Alright, hello again. This is Soul Horizons Tarot. This is part 2, a more extended, deeper look at love for the sign of Libra. I did part 1. It was very short. We're going to dive in and see a little bit deeper into what's going on between you and your partner, or the person most on your mind, or the person that you're not aware of that's coming towards you, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like somebody's thinking about you and you're keeping it real or realistic. So this is a general reading, so not all messages apply for everyone. Keep that in mind and you should be fine. If this does not resonate, this is not your story. Alright, so let's look at, just had the Ten of Swords come out. Some of you may be going through a painful loss, and that's why you're so guarded or protective of yourself or your energy at this time. Some of you could even be trying to save for something, maybe a house, maybe a new car, maybe a better lifestyle or position or something. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Alright, tell me about this Four of Pentacles for the sign of Libra. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles for the sign of Libra. What's their current energy situation with that Four of Pentacles? This is probably, oops, I need to restart this. Probably going to be a part 3. Tell me about that Four of Pentacles. Why? Okay. Ace of Swords. So you may have had a realization, or you may have gotten a communication that clarified something for you, brought you a truth. For whatever reason, it's kind of had you either start saving or kind of locking yourself down, locking your energy, protecting it, keeping it safe, keeping yourself safe. Whatever this was, whether it was a realization that you had, like a eureka moment, or a moment of clarity, or a truth or communication that came out that exposed something, whatever it was, has caused you to kind of shut down a little bit. And that can be, Pentacles does deal with money, but it can also be energetically, emotionally. You could be kind of shutting people out, or shutting a particular person out. Oh, and as far as signs, they don't always apply, but I say them just maybe for some of you that it might ring true for. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, specifically Aquarius. We have Libra over here, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer. And yeah, that's it for signs. Obviously this doesn't can't cover your particular person, because it is a general. So your sign, you may be dealing with somebody that's not even here. Just the energy of that card is more important. Alright, tell me one more with this Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles for Libra, Libra's current energy situation. Tell me one more with this Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, okay? Okay, you've chosen peace. You've chosen to walk away from a situation. You're choosing peace. Possibly because of something you found out. This Ace of Swords, I kind of want to look. Oh yeah, Ten of Swords too. That's the one that popped out in this other deck. You may have found out about a betrayal, or suffered a heavy loss, or you feel defeated in some way. Something ended, a painful ending with the Ten of Swords. We're going to look real quickly at the Star. That's Aquarius energy. Something, reality crashed in, is what this feels like. It's like you were in the Star energy, and now you're in the King of Swords. So now it's something has forced your hand to look at something realistically and get your head out of the clouds. You're no longer idealizing something, or you're no longer seeing something for what you want it to be, but for how it really is. Again, it could have been a Ten of Swords, a painful realization or news or an ending or loss of some kind. Queen of Cups. These are some of the same cards. Star and the Queen of Cups. This could be a mutual loss between you and this person you're dealing with. That's very strange that both the Star and the Queen of Cups came out on this end. Perhaps somebody sees you in a light that you don't resonate with. Like they idealize you, they put you on a pedestal, and you're realizing you can't hold up to this image that they have in their head of you. So you've chosen to kind of separate yourself, walk away from the situation. That's for some of you. What is this Ace of Swords moment for Libra? What is this realization or this communication? Okay. The Five of Swords. Okay, it could have come via an argument, a conflict, a battle of wills. Yeah. There's some kind of argument, and somebody may have said something in the heat of the moment, but it put a pause on things, and now you're choosing to walk away. You've kind of gone within, and you're kind of releasing yourself or giving yourself some space based on this. Something was exposed here, something with the Ace of Swords, something kind of came out that made you look at something in a new way. Tell me about the Six of Cups for Libra's feelings towards this person. Tell me about the Six of Cups for this person, or Libra's feelings towards their person. Now, if you're single, then it's a person that's on your mind, or a person that's thinking of you. Being with the Six of Cups here, that means that there are past memories shared. There's happy memories, nostalgia, reminiscing. So I do feel like you know this person. It does feel like you know this person. At one point, there were good times, happy memories with the Six of Cups for how you feel. Tell me more about the Six of Cups, please. The Ten of Wands. Somehow these happy memories have become a burden, have become burdensome. Some of you may even have a child with this person. For some of you, you are married to this person. Because we have a past here. With the Ten of Wands, your feelings towards them, they've become heavy. The memories and the feelings and the emotions that you feel towards them have become more of a burden than anything. Maybe slowly over time, but maybe that's what the clarity was, is like, whatever you two shared in the past, it's now a heavy burden. Let me see one more. Switch it. Okay, no, don't switch it. Alright, tell me one more with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Cups for Libra's feelings towards their person or this person. Tell me one more with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Cups. Tell me one more with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Cups, please. One. Okay. Eight of Cups, yeah. It's like a slow acknowledgement that it's time. It's time to move on. For whatever reason, there's a past here where there's memories that have become heavy. Maybe there's obligations that you felt, or there's a responsibility, but it's starting to feel like a heavy obligation or a heavy burden to bear. Like the happy memories no longer bring you happiness, they just bring pain. Yeah, there's that. This is whoever this is somebody, this is an ex, or this is somebody that you're walking away from, you're choosing to walk away from. I'm not sure exactly why. It does seem like there was a heavy realization, or a painful realization, or an argument, a conflict. Somebody said something in the heat of the moment. Tell me about your thoughts and feelings towards the connection itself, or the potential of this thing. Because if you're not in a relationship, this would be for singles as well. So either tell me the Libra's thoughts or feelings towards the connection or the situation. There we go. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Okay. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I just see this as like wanting to move on with your life, move past this. It's like you've come to this realization that it's time to let go. You may be communicating this a lot with somebody, or like going over these thoughts in your own mind, like internalizing these things. A lot of different thoughts, actions, plans in your head, or a lot of planning too that is involved with moving forward, moving away, or moving out. Possibly some of you may be literally moving away. It does seem like with the King of Swords here that you've kind of already made up your mind to move away, to walk away. Things are starting to happen fast now. One more with the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords for Libra's thoughts and feelings towards the connection or the situation. It's time to move on. It feels like that's what you're thinking. It's time to move on with my life. Yeah. Some of you are definitely, oh wow, yeah. Wow. In your mind, to your best judgment, in your mind, it is best to separate, or to move on, or to walk away, or create some space. Literally, some of you could be blocking this other person, or blocking out certain individuals. You might be kind of like isolating yourself while you make plans, while you strategize, while you try to dictate how to move forward. Being quiet and withdrawn. There is a sadness here. Like I said, it's a realization that came to you slow, but now that you've seen it and you're aware of it and you've acknowledged it, it's like you're slowly understanding that it is the only course, it is the only way forward. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because we're going to run out of space here. Yeah, the best course of action in your mind is just to walk away. You've made your mind up, it seems. Literally, some of you could be moving or walking away from another situation that has something to do with the past. It doesn't necessarily have to be specifically this person, but that's the way I'm reading it, is that you're walking away from despite the happy memories that you shared and the past that you've shared, you recognize that it is time for you to move on. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to move this out of the way just while I do that, because I'm going to run out of space here. Alright, so let's look at this person's current energy situation with the Justice. They literally may be in somebody that works in law enforcement or a legal setting, like a lawyer, attorney, or somebody that's kind of trying to be as fair as possible in a divorce, if that's what's happening, in a separation. They're trying to be fair and balanced. But you could literally be dealing with another Libra. Tell me about the Justice, please, for this other for Libra's person's current energy situation. What is their current energy situation? What is their current energy situation? The person that Libra's... that's way too many. Yeah, some of you may be going through a divorce, and we're trying to figure out how to divvy up assets, resources, child support, stuff like that. Tell me about Justice for this other person's current energy situation. They may literally be trying to just give you your space. 2, 3, 2 of Wands, or two of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, they're trying to definitely balance up. They're trying to balance something up. Whether that has to do with you or just in their life general, there's something that they're juggling that's imbalanced that they're trying to bring balance to. They may literally be dealing with a legal situation. Maybe they're looking for legal advice. Okay. There's definitely something that's kind of being thrown around. It's still up in the air, but they're trying to work it out as fairly as possible. Tell me more. One more with 2 of Pentacles and Justice. Tell me more with the 2 of Pentacles and Justice for this other person's current energy situation. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Good grief. We have Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. Something may have come out of the blue and shaken things up, and now they're having to deal with it. They have no choice but to deal with it. It could be kind of a distraction right now for them at the moment. Possibly for some of you, they could literally be trying to figure out how to best make their approach. How can they approach you? How can they fix or heal the situation? For those of you that are that are dealing with a breakup or a separation, they're trying to figure out how to fix it and heal it. With the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance coming in, this is all about timing. There's a timing element to that. Well, and also a fated, karmic, or destined. Like there's nothing that they could have foreseen on either how it plays out, or when it came in, they had no idea it was coming, or they don't have much control on how it plays out, or they didn't see it coming, one of those two. But they are trying to moderate it. They are trying to balance something back out. Could be literally like some of you are dealing with an ex that's wanting to reconcile. Definitely. Alright, so how they feel about you, the Star. You could be literally their wish come true, their hope, their dream. They have a lot of profound, deep feelings towards you. But with the Star, sometimes it does feel kind of unattainable. So they may kind of feel like you're unreachable. Tell me about the Star, for how this person feels towards Libra. How does this person feel towards Libra, please, with the Star? How does this person feel towards Libra? Oh, that's Sagittarius energy. Virgo again. Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Alright, let's go star, please. 1. Okay, yeah, definitely 2. Some of you are definitely dealing with somebody that wants to reconcile. It's kind of like they live in their head and think about ways to fix or manage the situation to go in their favor. I think they realize that they're working against, the odds are not in their favor, and they recognize that, but they're still trying to figure out a way to fix it. Now, for some of you that are not dealing with an ex and you don't have an ex that's trying to approach you, this could be seen as somebody that maybe there's, like I said, there's distance involved, or maybe you're in, you're in the process of moving, or they are, or there's travel or distance involved. They're trying to figure out a way to maximize, your time together, because it feels like things are like against them, like the situation. The logistics of the thing, it's all working, it's not working in their or your guys' favor. And they're trying to figure out a way to make this dream possible so that you can spend more time together, or that you can be together on more than just a purely kind of like getting drinks and then, or, socializing or whatever. That's for some of you that, aren't dealing with an ex, aren't going through a breakup. 3 of Cups, though, they as feelings towards you with the star, that's definitely like a reconciliation energy. But some of you, like, they really enjoy their time with you. Like, there's something about it that kind of like, it uplifts their mood. They count the days until they can spend time with you again. Like, those are good feelings. They really enjoy being around you. They think you're fun and maybe even inspirational. There's a very idealistic feeling that comes with the star as far as their emotion towards you. One more. All right, we're going to mix it up or change it up. One more with the 3 of Cups and the star, please, for this person's feelings towards Libra. One more with the 3 of Cups and the star. I mean, potentially some of you could have friend zoned this person and they're wanting to find their way out of the friend zone. They're trying to cook up a way to, however. Alright, one more with the 3 of Cups and the star. The sun, good grief. Yeah, they have a lot of very strong feelings about you. With the sun and the star, good grief. That's Leo energy there. You light up their world day and night. No matter when or how long you're around them, they cherish the time with you. You may even work together. Let me hush. Okay, let me hush. Tell me about the 3 of Cups and the star. One more for how this person feels towards Libra. 1, 2, 3. Page of Cups. Yeah, they kind of have like this giddiness about them when they're around you. You make them feel like a child, or there's something very kind of pure, naive, innocent about how they feel towards you. But I'm going to be honest, the way that your emotions towards them is, it does kind of feel like a friend zone thing. Some of you, like, some of this I can say, for those of you that but the main message I'm getting is for someone that you guys share happy memories with, but you're still choosing to walk away. And I feel a lot of that is because maybe you don't see anything past a friendship, or that there's something significant enough that's missing that you don't want to take that any further. I do feel like it hurts you to walk away from the situation or from the person, but at the same time it's become so much of a burden to hold on to it. And sometimes that's what the Four of Pentacles can represent, is refusing to let something go. But then we have cards that talk about letting go. And maybe you're just coming to the realization that it's time to let this person go, or time to let this connection go, or even the friendship. I mean, some of you could even, maybe that's the opposite. Maybe this person has friend-zoned you and they've kept their feelings very small, and you want more, and you realize that this person can never give you more than just, you know, a good time, or like go out for drinks and laugh together. It's almost as if like one of you feels like the other person is like a brother or sister or sibling or somebody. It's interesting. Alright, so let's look at the last one. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, please, for how this person sees the relationship, sees the relationship with Libra, or the potential of that connection. Okay. Yeah, this wanted to come out in the reverse, so I'll put it in the reverse. I don't switch up my cards to read reversals, but when they pop out like that, I'll read it. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, this could be a lack of thinking too deeply into it, like not exploring their curiosity. For some, this might mean because they don't see a way. Maybe they see you out of their league, or the potential of a relationship is kind of like something that is a dead zone. Like, we don't go there, we don't think too deep into it. Like, if we dream about it or we think about it, that's fine, but we don't actually explore what that might mean, or take any action, or ask any questions. Like, we just keep quiet and dream about it. The Page of Swords in the reverse could also be like nosiness, possibly like being a little bit too inquisitive, like asking inappropriate questions. So this person might be kind of awkward in the way they express themselves. Like, if you're the King of Swords, this is somebody that's very good at communicating and expressing their thoughts, their needs, their wants. Like, they're very, you know, mature and experienced in that way. The Page of Swords, as somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience, or chooses to kind of like be silly or obnoxious, or, you know, say off the wall things just to get a reaction. I kind of feel like it's almost dismissive or deflective, kind of like a forceful way of not really getting to the point of something. It's like you dance around it, you don't ever quite pinpoint it, you just dance around it and hint and hope the other person catches on. So how they feel is like they have these really strong feelings for you, but they're not taking any action, they're not asking the question that they really want to ask, or they do so in a way that's kind of off-putting. Maybe they get too personal or give too much information. They're like kind of goofy or silly, or just hard to read, maybe? Not hard to read, that's not the right. I don't think they try to let themselves really think too deep about it, though, honestly, with the Page of Swords in reverse. Or the other extreme is that they think way too hard about it, but they just kind of, they sit there and simmer in it. One more with this, no. One more with the Page of Swords in the reverse with the Queen of Cups for how they see or think about this connection or the potential with the Queen of Cups. You know, they do see something with you. They do see you as loving, caring, nurturing, kind. Maybe, like I said, maybe even creative. Nine of Cups. Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. There's a wish here. There's an idealistic outcome that they have inside of them and their deepest part of themselves, but they don't allow themselves to it's like somebody that just can't make up their damn mind or do the damn thing. There are a lot of emotions here, though, for real. They have a lot to say, but they just don't say it, or they say it in a way that's not clear. They don't clearly express themselves. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I've got 8 minutes. I'm going to take all the clarifiers away from here because I don't want to bring out a third deck. I just shuffled 2 and that would take up too much time. So I'm going to leave all the main cards and take these so that I can reshuffle. Well, what am I doing? I need to separate these so that I can shuffle them for yeah. Let's put these here, here, here. One of those. What else was upside down? There was another one. I may have put that in upside down. I don't know. Could be, this person could just be like really immature or unrealistic. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's look at what's between the two of you. Scoot these way over here. What's between the two of you? Alright, so the current energy situation between the two of you. The Two of Wands talks about sitting at a crossroads, not making any action or waiting for someone else to take an action. But it's usually like being in an impasse and needing to make a choice. There could also be distance involved, whether that's physical or emotional. Perhaps you've created that distance already, or you're in the process of creating distance. Tell me about this Two of Wands for the current energy between Libra and this person. You may not, for some of you, you may not even have met yet. But from what the cards that I pulled, it does look like there was a past here. If it's not a past, then it is a fated soulmate kind of energy. But it did feel, the strongest message I got was that you guys are dealing with somebody that you've known for a while. Possibly as just friends, but anyway, tell me about that Two of Wands, please. Tell me about that Two of Wands. I try to give plenty of interpretations to the different situations out there, the different dynamics. So couples, singles, interested, not even interested. Tell me about the Two of Wands for the current energy situation. Alright. King of Cups. So emotional distance or an emotional decision at stake. An emotion that requires, a decision that requires you to evoke your heart. Make a decision based on your deepest needs when it comes to emotional health or emotional well-being, or it is emotional distance. Tell me, yeah, okay. Tell me one more with the King of Cups and the Two of Wands for the current energy situation between Libra and this person. That's also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Specifically Scorpio, does not have to be. Tell me about one more with the King of Cups and the Two of Wands, please, between Libra and this person. 1, 2, and 3. Death. Scorpio. Very strong Scorpio energy here. A choice between growing something or ending something. Or a decision that, like, you're using your heart for. What you feel. Death is usually an ending or a transformation. A choice to end things, basically, or a choice to change something drastically. Possibly a choice based on an ending or change or transition or transformation of some kind. Anything else on that? King of Cups. Okay, what was that? 9 of Cups. What you want, what makes you happy, especially emotionally. What brings you emotional pleasure? A choice that could potentially change things drastically, too. Alright, so that's what's going on between the two of you right now. Again, if you're not dealing with somebody, that's kind of just the energy that you're dealing with that could somehow bring this person to you or them towards you. Let's look at the challenge. The challenge with the Six of Wands could be somebody that already gets a lot of attention, admiration. Queen of Swords, I'm going to put that back up. A lot of attention, admiration. The other person, whoever is on the opposite end, doesn't feel like they can hold up to that, or they feel like the person needs a lot of attention, requires a lot of, validation, compliments. It's kind of a needy energy where you don't feel like they can be just happy. They have to constantly be validated in some way. There could be a little bit of jealousy surrounding this, or possessiveness, because the other person does get a lot of attention. These are some of the interpretations of Six of Wands as a challenge. Literally, the other person could see that as a challenge, that they have to compete with all of this attention the other person gets. And I kind of felt like this was you. You get a lot of attention or admiration. Maybe, again, somebody works in the public eye and they receive, compliments all the time, or they, have a lot of followers. And the other person kind of sees that as a threat. So tell me more about the Six of Wands as a challenge. I'm gonna try to get this last one, and then I'll have to make a part 3 to this because I'm running out of time. Tell me about that Six of Wands. Okay. Ten of Swords. Wanted to come out in the reverse. Alright. Yeah, okay, so the challenge here, it feels like somebody wasn't getting enough attention. Somebody wasn't getting, the gratitude they felt they deserved. Somebody was maybe felt taken advantage of, or unseen, unheard, not appreciated. Yeah, that's what feels like the strongest interpretation of that, is somebody no longer felt like they were getting the attention that they needed or deserved, or the gratitude or the admiration, or just at least the acknowledgement that they felt that they deserved. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. Way too much going on right now. So yeah, the challenge here was that somebody was not getting the attention, gratitude, acknowledgement that they felt they deserved. Somebody felt unseen, unheard, unappreciated. Somebody one more with the Ten of Swords and the Six of Wands. Somebody did not appreciate what they had or what they were receiving. Okay, tell me, what is that? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, you built quite a life together, or quite, maybe even a business together with the Ten of Pentacles. The challenge is that somebody sacrificed a lot to attain this, but yet they didn't get the recognition, they didn't get the appreciation, maybe they felt taken advantage of or taken for granted, despite the fact that maybe both parties or one party in particular worked very hard. But regardless, the challenge between the two of you, and again, there's another aspect that could be like you feel like you have to compete for somebody's attention. But if you are not dealing with a person, you're not dealing with an ex or a husband or a wife, then this could be that building an empire or building a successful business or building a family has taken up so much of a person's time or energy that they don't have a lot left to give to anything outside of that. Okay, so there's two main interpretations here. If you are coupled or recently broken up with somebody, the problem, the challenge for you was that somebody, okay, but I'm going to say you, felt unappreciated, taken for granted. The other interpretation is that if you are single, okay, the person that you're dealing with, or you yourself, one of the two of you, or possibly even both, you are in the middle of building a secure and safe and financially stable future. And you're so focused on that you don't have the time, the energy, the resources, what have you, to put into building a connection, because building a future is your focus at this time. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, I'm going to stick with this one for now. The strengths of this connection or this potential connection, single or couple, I'll give two different interpretations. There's no secrets, and there's also a sense of knowing intuitively what the other person is going through, like empathic. You both have this very empathic kind of connection. With the High Priestess in the reverse as a strength, there's like nothing that you two could hide from each other. It's not about, it's not just trust. It's like there's this otherworldly kind of knowing. Like this is like the kind of connection where you finish each other's sentences, but you also you just intuitively pick up on the person, and it's like a mutual thing. Unspoken, like you two could have an entire conversation and never have to say a word. It gives this idea of a very profound, otherworldly kind of connection. Three of Pentacles just popped up. I'm going to put it back. But you two literally could work together, or you are very good companions. You work really well together. You can collaborate very well. There's a lot of teamwork. You trust each other too. And it's so tell me some more with the High Priestess in reverse about the strengths of this connection or the potential. Tell me. Okay. Judgment. Oh, and the Empress. So we have Cancer, Pisces. We also have Taurus, Libra, and Judgment is kind of a Scorpio energy. Because it's a Phoenix. I don't really like taking 2 cards. Those are all 3 major arcana though. Yeah, there's something that's very, I don't know the right otherworldly, but there's another word for this. Yes, fated, but it's more like divinely guided kind of energy, which is kind of what Judgment is. It's a divine call to action, but it's almost as if the 2 of you together could, and I feel like more so on your end, this person could or already has lifted you up in a sense. There's something about the connection or the person that has evolved and helped you to evolve. It's like there's no secret shared because the past that you 2 have had with that 6 of Cups, it's like there's nothing that you have to hide from the other person. They've seen you in your darkest moments and they still appreciate you. Despite the fact that somebody feels unappreciated here. For those of you that are dealing with somebody that you are married to, were married to, or thinking about, whatever, that are involved. For those of you that are not, that is the potential that this could bring. It's like this could ascend you to a whole new level. I feel like you guys have gone through some major ups and downs, or you would if you have not dealt with this person. But everything that is thrown at you and that you go through in the connection would just elevate you even higher. Alright, tell me one more. And again, I feel like that's more on your end. Whoever the Empress is, the more feminine energy, that is the person that would be lifted. Not that the other person wouldn't, but every relationship, some of them, both people grow. One person grows more than the other, while the other one may stagnate or just hit plateau. And then other people hit their rock bottom, hit their lowest. But it was for a purpose. This purpose feels like it's calling you to a divine purpose. Or it did. It put you in a position where you could advance or ascend or expand significantly. Okay, tell me one more with the Empress and the High Priestess. One more with the Empress and the High Priestess. You can also express yourself with this person without fear of judgment. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Okay. The strength of this connection is its ability to rebuild and rejuvenate and have a rebirth over and over again, no matter how or what you 2 would go together or go through together, you'd always end up stronger. Okay, maybe you're in one of those periods right now with the Death card up here for what's going on between the 2 of you. Or, again, if you're single, you may be going through a death moment, an ending, a transformation, a transition. But the potential of this connection is that despite maybe hitting rock bottom, you always end up in a stronger position. You always have that phoenix moment. That's pretty cool, actually. Like, I don't know, you know, that could be toxic, but it doesn't feel toxic. I haven't seen the devil or, you know, some of the harder energies. Not to say that, you know, whatever you're going through, you yourself right now isn't painful, because you did have the Ten of Swords. But within the connection itself, it's like, even when you face the worst odds and you face, like, losses, it's like you both, especially you, are uplifted and grow and expand and become abundant. Alright, so let's do the last one. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put this one up. I do feel like this is a divinely called connection, like fated, destined, whatever you want to say. There was purpose, there was a deeper meaning or deeper purpose behind it. So we're gonna go and look at what action you can expect this person to take towards you. Right, what action can you, Libra, expect this person to take towards them in the near future or moving forward? What action? And it doesn't look like they're taking any action with the Hangman. That's Pisces energy. It's like they're just kind of watching from afar, or they're just examining or ruminating, whatever they're doing. They're not taking a lot of action, but it does look like they're seeing something just quietly. They're being forced into a position where they have to look and not act, something of that nature. But it doesn't look like they're taking action yet. We'll clarify. Tell me about what action can Libra expect this person to take towards them. One more, the Hangman, please. Well, not one more, but clarify. 1, 2, 3. Look at what that is. Judgment again. Justice. Okay, so that was the energy they're sitting in themselves. Okay, so by their standards, okay, they're not acting towards you because they see that as what is fair, what is right. What they're doing, which is nothing at this time, like physically they're not doing anything. I think anything that they are doing, it's more emotional, it's more subconscious or mental, like they're thinking, they're feeling, and they're doing all that, but they're not like physically doing anything. And by their reasoning, it's the right thing to do. So for those of you that resonated with, where you're choosing to walk away, or you're creating distance, or you're giving yourself space, this person feels like it's right and fair for them not to act. I feel like they feel like duty bound in some way to not approach you, not push the issue, to give you your space. It's almost like respecting the fact that you are making this choice for yourself. Now, whether that's true or not, whether that's just they're rationalizing or justifying their inaction is another thing. But in their mind, the way they're seeing it is that it's not my place to act towards them or take any action towards Libra, which this is Libra energy. They also, again, another interpretation, some of them literally can't make any move towards you because their focus is elsewhere. Some of them may be dealing with legal matters, legal issues, court battles, doesn't necessarily have to be literal legal battles, but it could be there's something going on in their life right now that requires their full attention to balance up, to balance back the scales because of whatever imbalance. Alright, so this could be they're dealing with karmic something karmic, and they're kind of, their hands are tied. Tell me one more with the Justice. Okay. Tell me one more with Justice and the Hangman for what action can Libra expect this person to take towards them. Alright, one. Six of Wands. They're maybe waiting for the right moment. Waiting till the coast is clear. The Devil. Does kind of feel like procrastination now. Tell me about Justice and the Hangman. For what action can Libra expect this person to take towards them? There we go. Knight of Wands. Okay, so it looks like they will take an action, but it's not at this time. It's like they're biding their time, or biding their time, trying to figure out something before they make an action. It's like they're trying to look at something, maybe new facts, new information. They're not taking any action as of yet. Now, how long that will be until they do take an action, they're not doing it yet, okay? I don't know the time span. There is action taken here, but this is after a time of maybe introspection or reflection. But they're not taking action as of yet, or probably in the very near future. This could be there could be a period of time where they don't, or they hold back from taking action, like every bone in their body wants them to, but they don't quite do it. For some of you, there are restrictions, outside restrictions, whether that's distance, travel. There could be, for some of you, there could be a completely set of beliefs or ideologies or religion that's involved that kind of keeps you, or it could be jobs, bosses, parents, like in-laws that, you know, for some of you, like, it doesn't have to be, we'll have to clarify the Hierophant, but the Hierophant can talk about tradition and things you're molded by. So let's say you're Hebrew and your parents only want you to marry someone if they follow the like Jewish religion, or you have to be Jewish, or your parents want you to marry, you know, after you've completed your doctorate, and for whatever reason you listen to them and you feel obligated to follow their advice or follow their standard. It could keep you, your job or career could keep you from. All right, let's look at that. Tell me about what direction this is going to go in the future. What direction is this most likely to go between Libra and this person? The Hierophant can also talk about deeper levels of commitment, but here it feels kind of restrictive. There's something that's a blockage, or okay. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, distance, possibly emotional distance. Too much time has passed. Too much walking away from a commitment. Some of you may be in a commitment and you would have to leave your commitment. Whether that's like a love commitment, a marriage, or a commitment to something else that you've promised or you're contracted by. The Eight of Cups would be you having to let that go, or them. It could be the other way around. What direction could this go? It looks like you would have to, or they would have to walk away from a prior commitment in order for this to go anywhere. That could be, like I said, a marriage. It could be a job or career commitment. It could be a commitment to self. Like I'm never going to get married, and that's a vow you made to yourself. Or I'm never going to marry someone that's younger than me, older than me, different than me, like doesn't have the same beliefs as I do. Like you would have to let that go. Or they would. Whoever's on that. Yes, okay. Tell me one more with the Eight of Cups and the Hierophant. For others of you, you are walking away from this marriage or this commitment. Or they are, but it does look like you, because it seems like they feel very strongly towards you still. Four of Wands. Yeah, some of you are literally walking away or leaving a marriage or divorcing, moving out of a home. Others of you are you feel safe and secure where you're at, and you're not ready to commit to leaving that sense of safety, whether it's you or the other person. Another interpretation that I don't feel as strongly, some of you will leave something behind in order to deepen the bond or strengthen the connection or have it go to the next level, progress. But it does require walking away, sacrificing something. That's also an aspect of the Hangman, is self-sacrifice. But I do feel like some of you are choosing to walk away, possibly because you're dealing with someone in a connection, or you have a prior commitment. Not necessarily romantic. Doesn't look like they're taking any action towards it, because it feels like they value what you value, and they don't. Their justification is that it's the fair and right thing to do to not take action at this time. But they do think about it. They do dream about you and the potential of you, and possibly for some of you reconciliation was very strong here. Alright, let's look at the outcome with the Hermit. This looks like distance, not talking, growing cold, or isolating yourself, or they do, but again, it feels like you that's isolating yourself from them. You need time, space, something. You could even literally be blocking this person or ghosting them. Time to go within and seek wisdom, internal or external. Tell me about the Hermit for the outcome between Libra and their person. Tell me about the outcome between Libra and their person with the Hermit, please. One more with the Hermit for the probable outcome between Libra and this person. One. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could definitely be a Virgo. We have two Virgo, but kings are usually fixed, so Taurus, could be dealing with Taurus. Focus on career, building self, building security. Seeking the solitude of something, or seeking solitude in something. Maybe throwing yourself into your work, or they do. Getting your priorities in order. Tell me one more with the King of Pentacles. This could be somebody committed, though. Oh, two of them. Yeah. Two of Pentacles. Getting things in order. But it doesn't seem like a commitment here, as much as it does like creating space so you can balance things, you can prioritize, you can regain some type of balance and structure. Possibly some of you could be looking into a new line of work, a new career, going back to school, learning something new, learning a new trade, or they do. Maybe a new potential commitment, like you're looking at somebody a little bit more down to earth. But more so, I just see this as distancing yourself, and it's not like the distance makes your heart grow fonder, it's like it distracts you. It's a distracting, you're looking for distraction though. You're looking for something to take your mind off of this, or they are. Four of Swords, yeah, it doesn't look like there's communication here. It's like you slowly fall out of touch, or you slowly disconnect. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Tell me about, okay. not taking a chance, going with the safe route, doing what you know will work, not taking a chance, not taking a leap of faith. You're doing what you think is the wisest course of action, or they are, or you're both kind of doing it, so nothing ever goes beyond. You're creating space. The strongest message is that you're dealing with somebody. Okay, for those of you that aren't, it doesn't look like any action is being taken for whatever reason. Ant. This summer, ants always come out and start searching. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's taking a risk here. That's what this looks like. Maybe one person is waiting for the other to take a risk, but nobody is. Anything on that Two of Pentacles? Anything on that Two of Pentacles? I think that's what I'll title this. Distance does not always mean, or how would I put that? Distance doesn't always make the heart grow fonder. That's what that feels like. It's like it's a diversion or a tactic to distract yourself or to distract themselves. That's what this feels like, honestly. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles. What are we trying to weigh? What are we trying to prioritize? What are we trying to balance out? Or what's in balance? What about this Two of Pentacles? Two. Getting your house in order, your security, your stability, your structure. No actions being taken as of yet. This could be temporary, but it looks like what the outcome, the potential outcome for some of you is that nobody's taking a risk at this time. Alright, hopefully this resonated for you. If it did, please leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate those of you that stuck around and listen to the rest of this. Yeah, and if you want a personal reading, all of that is in the description box below. I'll talk to you guys soon, and yeah, thank you.